What up, everybody? This is your boy at PolloNinja. Excuse the mess and excuse this lisp, but today I will be cooking something healthy called soya. Look it up. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Instead of me cooking munchies food, which I usually do and perfect then, it's so tasty but unhealthy. I'm trying to lose this gut here, guys. Please help me out by liking my videos. More content on its way. Enjoy. Raised by immigrants. Look it up.
What's up, everybody? This is soya. Very affordable stuff here. All the ingredients I'm using today, and no more than $5 to $8 in total, and you can feed up to 5 people easily. Very tasty. It's a must. Now you gotta make sure that you go ahead and put this in a deep pot. It will create a lot. Now, as you're pouring the water in, just go ahead and stir it up to get rid of all that dusty stuff that it had in there. That's what you're trying to get rid of when you're also boiling. Now, as I'm boiling, I want to make sure it has a little bit of seasoning in there besides the chipotle and everything else I'm using. So I'm putting garlic salt in there as it boils. It will give it a different flavor. Remember, soya has no flavor whatsoever. If you eat it straight up like this, it's just going to be gross. Now that it's coming up to a boil, just keep on stirring a bit, giving it better consistency with the garlic salt. Just stir and stir and stir. Now I'll be cutting up my ingredients using my Forged in Fire kitchenware. Apparently it's not really from them, but it works. Now go ahead and make fun of my cutting and cooking and whatever I'm doing. I don't care. I'm new at this. This is fun for me and enjoyable and very relaxing. So just cut your serrano peppers as thin as you want or as thick as you want it. Whatever bite you want is what you're cutting for. Now, same thing with the jalapeno. Just cut, cut, and cut. Now, these I just cut to give it a little bit more flavor. I do like eating them whole like this. They're good to me. You could cut them in slices if you want, but I just put them in there just whole like this. You know, they're a little bit old, but I promise you I washed everything. I usually do use the stems to make scallions, but they're a little dry. If you're Mexican, you know that this technique you learned growing up so it won't overflow when it boils. Working so far. Now you want to go ahead and drain out the water. I still use this old school technique. I don't know what other people do, but I am going to want to rinse everything out to make sure I get all that dust particles off. And also, you want to use cold water. You want to cool this down as fast as possible, just because you don't want to continue cooking it. The next step will be cooking it with oil. After you rinse, make sure you let it dry out for maybe about 30 minutes. Now I like using Masola Vegetable Plus, cholesterol free. It's good oil. You can use whatever oil you want. No preference here. Just go ahead and add your jalapenos, your serrano peppers, and your onion in there. Make sure the oil is not too hot. You don't want the oil jumping on you, but just go ahead and pour that in there. And of course, make sure you're stirring so nothing will get burnt. You don't want to have burnt jalapenos or anything like that. Now this will give the oil more flavor. So when you go ahead and put the soya in there, the soya will eat up the flavor. Yeah, I'm in a Latino household. We got a lot of dishes everywhere, all kinds of dishes in Tupperware. So right here is just the chipotle. I don't know how to make it by scratch, but I got this one here. And you're just gonna go ahead, put it in the blender, add a little bit of water to each can that you use to get everything out of there, and just blend. Blend, blend, blend until it's nice and creamy. Blend, blend, blend. Sorry. This is too much. Chili goose. Now that it's sizzling, you want to go ahead and keep on stirring that. You want to get the onions a little bit cooked up there, of course, give it more flavor. So stir, stir, stir. You want to raise up the temperature a little bit so it could get hot faster. Then when you go away, don't forget to lower the temperature. You don't want to burn anything. Now, once everything's nice and cooked with the oil, go ahead and add the soya little bit by little bit as you're also stirring. In the beginning, I go slow, just making sure that the soya is eating that stuff up and cooking correctly. Then soya does cook very fast. So then towards the middle of this, I just started going ham. I started adding everything, keep on stirring and stirring and stirring. So there's still a lot of oil on the bottom with the jalapenos and the onion. Again, you want to make sure you're stirring and stirring all the flavor up there. It'll be nice and spicy just like this. And when you add that chipotle, man, oh, I wish you could smell it right now. It's very delicious. So delicious. So delicious. My precious. Why is it so good and you can't taste it? My precious. Oh, this stuff is so delicious. I wish you guys could smell it. Remember, don't burn. Keep on stirring. Add the chipotle in there. And also you're going to put a little bit of water inside that container. Unfortunately, I couldn't find my rubber spatula. So I added water, stirred. That way I could get more of that chipotle in there. And then just pour the rest. I always use bottled water when I'm cooking. So add bottled water if you like. I think it makes everything better. I only use sink water when I'm boiling stuff, but it's not to finish with. Stir, stir, stir.
Oh yeah, stir it, baby. Stir it. It smells so good.
Now I really want to get Chef Gordon Ramsay to look at my cooking. This is my first video that I'm doing step by step. I hope he sees it. I hope he likes it. I know he's gonna make fun of it. I know it looks like somebody vomited out of their ass or whatever he says. But darn it, it came out delicious. Look at it, beautiful. Tastes so good.
Here
Again,
we go.
like and follow. Hashtag raised by immigrants.
Smells good.
Look it up.
Should be
You won't
spicy.
regret it.
Very delicious.